everybody, welcome to Savi's Palette. My name is Savita, and in today's episode I'm going to share with you all one more of my mother-in-law Leela's recipe. And this is actually a dessert, and it's a sweet dish made out of wheat flour, and it is my husband's all-time favorite. So this dessert is called GulPapte, and it's made with either wheat flour or rava. My mom used to make the same dish with rava or suji, and I had never eaten the same dish made with wheat flour. So in my mother-in-law's house, they make the same thing with wheat flour, and it's fairly easy to make and very, very tasty. We're going to get started straight away. It's fairly simple and easy dish to make, and I'm going to go through the ingredients as I'm adding it to the pan, and I'll also list the ingredients in the description, so you will have that with the measurements. To begin with, I'm just going to put a little bit of ghee in my pan, and I have about a tablespoon of cashew, and this cashew is already pre-roasted, so I don't have to roast for too long. And I also have a tablespoon of raisins, golden raisins. So we're going to fry this up real quick. Basically fry it till the raisin starts popping. If you're using cashew nuts which are not pre-roasted, you will have to fry the cashew nuts before you add the raisins to it. Another really easy way of frying cashew nuts and raisins is just popping it in the microwave for about a minute or 30 seconds. This is ready. As you can see, the raisins are plumped up, and so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And the next step is I have about 1 cup of wheat flour here. So we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of ghee. And to this ghee, I'm going to add the wheat flour. Now we're going to fry this wheat flour really well till you get a nice aroma. So this is done. I'm getting a really nice aroma from it, and you can see also it's turned slightly brown, and it took me exactly 2 minutes with constant frying. To this we'll add about 1/3 cup of dried coconut, shredded dry coconut, and you can either use the desiccated coconut powder, but I like to use this Nature's Promise organic unsweetened coconut flakes. So I added about 1/3 cup of shredded coconut, and I will fry this along with the coconut so the coconut gets a little roasted. To this I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. Mix this all together. So I'm going to fry this for about another minute. Okay, so this is ready, nicely toasted, and the aroma is so good. You can smell the toasted wheat flour. So I'm going to turn off the stove and transfer this into a container. I'm going to add about 3/4 cup of jaggery, and this is powdered jaggery, and I'm going to add 3/4 cup of jaggery. And to this I'm just going to add about half a cup of water. We're going to heat this up till just the jaggery melts and it starts becoming frothy. If you make this into a thicker syrup, your laddu is going to become harder. So you want to keep this quite watery. So I'm just going to stir this up till the jaggery melts. About a minute. As you can see, it's getting frothy and nicely boiling, and now to this we'll add our fried wheat flour, and we'll keep stirring it so we don't get lumps. So to this we'll add 1 more tablespoon of ghee. This is smelling so good. So now to this we'll add our toasted cashew nuts and raisin mix. Mix it all together. So I'm going to turn off the stove. So I transferred the mixture from the pan into this little bowl. This is a little hot. You can let it cool, but if it cools too much, then it will be harder to bind. So you have to make your laddus or balls when they are a little warm. So, and what helps to cool this down and also it helps to bind it is some milk. I just wet my hand with the milk, okay, and take a big, see there? Just wet my hand with the milk. There you go. So you can make big laddus, small laddus, any size you like. I'm going to go ahead and finish up making this laddu. So here I am finishing off my last laddu. Again, as I previously mentioned, the milk is used just to wet your hands and cool it down so you can pick up the mixture easily. Do not add milk into the mixture. There you go. You all saw, this was so super easy to make. A very tasty and delicious dessert, and it barely took me like about 30 minutes to make the whole thing. I am actually gluten-free and I can't really eat a lot of it, so I made myself a tiny little ball, but here's the rest. Take a look at that. How beautiful. And they're really very delicious. And I made myself a little teeny ball to taste, so I'm going to give it a quick taste. And I happen to get a little piece of cashew too, and the cashew and the raisin just complements so well with this wheat flour laddu. I have to again thank my mother-in-law for this recipe and my sister-in-law who actually gave me the recipe, a proper recipe. And thank you all again for watching Savi's Palette, and please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you all again.